what should we do to combat the spread of radical Islamic movements that utilize the victimhood mentality and the freedom of speech directly upon communities they reside in Canada and the West, even in integrated and moderate Muslim communities?
Well, the first thing I would say about that is learn everything you possibly can about Islam so that you know what the hell you're talking about. Right? And you might want to do the same thing with regards to Christianity and Judaism too. I mean, I know it's a lot to demand, but I don't think there's any option. It's not that easy to learn about Islam either. I've been trying to do it for the last 3 years or so, with a fair bit of diligence, and I still don't feel that I'm in a position to speak about it with any real authority. I mean, it's not part of my culture, and so that's a barrier right away. So the first rule is learn enough so you know what you're talking about. And that's hard. And these are deep, fundamentally deep issues, right? Because these are, we in the West, roughly speaking, we have the increasing interactions between three fundamental religious systems: Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. They're all very complex systems in their own right. And how they are going to merge, it's anyone's guess. But in the meantime, you should be on the lookout for any moves by governments or other organizations that limit what you're allowed to say, either implicitly or explicitly. It's a big mistake.
So like with Motion 103 then?
Well, I think that M103 was ill-advised in a variety of ways. I think it had exactly the opposite effect that it was intended to have. The fact that it included the word Islamophobia, which I regard as a reprehensible word. I don't like the word because phobia actually has a technical, medical / psychological meaning. And that word was appropriated for ideological usage and then applied to any conflict, ideological or emotional, between different identity groups, say. So it's a crooked word, and so whenever it shows up, any of that phobia language, whenever that shows up, I'm immediately skeptical of the intent of those who are using the word, because it has manipulation built into its structure. So now, you could say, well, the M103, and this is what the Conservatives suggested, we could pass a motion decrying arbitrary discrimination. Fine, arbitrary discrimination is in no one's best interest. But the thing is that there's already protection against that sort of thing built very solidly into Canadian law, so it isn't clear that it's necessary. To include Islamophobia in there, it's like, nope, I don't trust it right away. I don't trust it because it's not a valid, it's not a word with integrity. That's why. It's ill-defined. It isn't obvious what those who are using it mean. And words have meanings. It's as simple as that. You have to you have to be very, very careful with the words that you use, especially when you're operating at the level of government. It's not policy, but it's a precursor to policy. So and Iqra Khalid, she was presented with a compromise solution by the Conservatives and rejected it. So why? Well, she insisted upon the inclusion of the word Islamophobia. It's okay. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's a bad idea.
If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe to Rebel.media.